And good evening, and here we are once again, the next segment of our grappling. I hope this finds you all well. I think I say that every week, but it's become a tagline. Personally for me, the dojo and being able to go and train, a lot of times it's therapy, big stress relief that now we don't have. Needless to say, the anxiety level and stress level then goes straight up. So I hope, at least in some respects, though I do not provide a workout per se, where you burn, you sweat and everything else, that you have something to work on and occupy your mind. Certainly the workouts that are provided through the FSK site, pretty good, pretty exhausting. If you don't have your own workout regimen, you should definitely check in and tune in. That being said, I'd like to work on concept idea for tonight, taking it into technique off that, based on technique that you already have, and should be working on. So, that being said, let me once again introduce my crash test personnel, which is a polite way of saying crash test dummy, who is magnanimous enough to once again allow himself to be converted into positions that he does not like. Welcome.
Glad to be here.
So, we have looked at various types of guards. Actually, I'm going to put you on this side, since that hip and knee works much better than the other side. Okay?
Falling apart.
What's that?
Falling apart now, are we?
We've been falling apart for a long time. Thank you very much. Okay? It's tough when the surgeon needs to repair it. Anyway, so over the time that we have been together, we have looked at various guards. We have talked about the reasoning being controlling space, controlling the distance between the opponent, and the last couple of weeks talked also about controlling their ability to move. So you try to dominate the motion, thereby controlling the space. This allows you room or opportunity to operate. Now, the next segment of that, or another facet of that, maybe that's a better way to call it, is the fact that you're using these, and we often talk about jiu-jitsu as being chess-like. So it's not just a motion, a motion, a motion. It's a blending of motions that go together or that can flow. It's not always a direct line. You have to have a lot of different avenues. So anyway, as an opponent here, we've talked about our closed guard. Again, for me, this opponent is small enough, I can actually lock, and I can do a lot of control. Most of the time, I can't. People are too big, my legs are too short. That's all there is to it. That's fine. As far as I'm concerned, closed guard usually represents some time when I'm gassed and I need to just hold someone quickly for a short period of time to get a break. Opening my guard now utilizes my legs more as offense and defensive weapons. They're live. Here, they're not as live. This becomes one closed unit. I like to think of it as more than that. So, we have looked at our open guards. Butterfly, inside. Right. Just kneel up. Spider guard, feet, contact. Okay. Or when I get close, when we get closer, really start to lock someone off. I like feet on the hip and the body. I love breaking people's arm over my shin in such a way. It grinds. It does not feel good. It's almost like a bicep crush. Now, bigger guy is used to it. I shouldn't say that. Certainly Alexa, if you were here, you know, you just sort of scoff at this. But point is, it is aggravating. But the beauty of it is,
Now, I control those arms. Okay? There are various things to do that are nasty to control the arms. Block out the body, bring it inside, torque it. Granted, not going to submit anybody, but what you are going to do is distract them. Okay? So keep it out here. Ebb and flow. Push, pull, push, pull. Okay? But the other thing we're looking at too is, and it's always the question of this, is trying to isolate a limb. Something to attack, whether it's a neck, an arm, a leg, whatever. So here I use this. I'm trying not to grind on him too much because repeatedly it takes its toll. So we're here. My opponent's moving with me and I'm seeing what I can do. So now, one of the things we have, one of the things I like a lot is kimuras. I just enjoy them. So here is a very good opportunity because the arm here, I have trapped. They're isolated for a moment, okay? There is a big, I'm gonna let go of this one,
Yep.
just stay. There is a big space here. I'm just gonna turn you a hair. So as I lock, we can release this side. I'm just holding this for demonstration purposes. As we're down here and I'm holding him, okay, contracting this arm, this space is opened. Okay? Depending on what your capabilities and what your techniques are, this represents a lot. Okay? So, I have my opponent here, moving back and forth, but boom, all of a sudden that hole opens. I already have my wrist control. Okay? I already have it. Plant, if I have to plant. Up. In through. I've got it tight. Kimura. One more time. Again, I've got my opponent. I'm working. Boom, they've gone forward enough to give me an open space. I've started here, opened it, now I'm looking at my hole. Boom, there's the avenue. Again, I don't release until I'm ready. I come up, over, through that hole. Now it is, my own leg is in the way of meeting it. That's okay. Slide right off it. It's here. Now I can close him out however I want to. Join my wrists, bury the shoulder, submit. Now, again, until someone tells you, that's very simple. Okay, it's very simple. You should be utilizing it. Now, to have the theory up here is great. To get the muscle memory to do it is something very different. Okay? But here, we're here again. Same thing. Now, when I expose him and start grinding, okay? Same thing. Here, I've still got it. Okay? I've still got it. Boom, it's tight in here. This leg, though it released, and I'll have to switch to the other side, is still in his armpit to keep him. To keep him at his side. It's still to pinch. So now, this time, I see my hole. Still there. So up I come. Boom. But again, I'm pulling on that arm as I do it. I'm keeping it on this deep. I want it to be painful. But look. Oh, my guillotine was wide open. It's right here. This arm is out of the way. It's not coming back. And I have a giant hole. I'm going to pause. Open up a little bit. I'm hoping this can be seen in the angle. I'm not sure it will be, but I hope so. Okay. Again, now looking at the guillotine, so I've here, boom, I decide to come up, and I decide to go for the guillotine because I have this arm. There's a big hole. Can you go up, please? Okay, and so I'm opening up for exaggeration. But this arm way back, over the shin, I've come up, there's a big hole. So I have plenty of room to join, pop over the shoulder, finish. Now just to shift to the other side. Again, the thing to remember is your points of contact. So here, whether the Kimura or guillotine, okay, in this fashion. Those arms getting sore?
Yes.
Sorry, pup. I appreciate it, though. We appreciate the sacrifice. Okay. So either way, when I go for whatever, because there's my hole, here, I'm still trying to keep everything tight, contact. I'm not just flopping. It's here, contact. I'm against his ribs, held. Now I might even be able to get something here, just hooking. But I keep my point of contact. So when I come up, people move in funny ways. It's never always dictated. But I have this buried here. So I come up for my Kimura guillotine. For whatever reason, everything's gone to pork. I don't know what happened. I still have him trapped. Okay? Am I going to finish anything? No. But I've got the trap in because I had the point of contact. Okay. And shift. Okay. Once again, I get here. I'm locking, bearing the arm. Kimura. Americana. Sorry, the shoulder's not going that way, is it?
Nope.
Boom, here, boom. Stretch out. I have to twist, but again. Wrist lock, arm bar. Good? You alive and well?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm hurt.
Okay. It grinds a little bit. So again, back if you would. So again, all this is starting off the guards and things that we've been working on. But one of the things I've been trying to get you guys to open up in is, yes, the grip game is important. Yes, please do not, I'm not selling the grip game short. But especially gender-related men, okay? We get into the strength game. We get into this. We do. There's always someone bigger. There's always someone stronger. I'm 150, 155 pounds. There's always someone bigger. There's always someone stronger, okay? So the grip game, you can start to lose. So you're going to start to work, again, your legs can usually overpower arms. So while someone's working their game with their arms, you start to use these weapons to make these arms obsolete. Okay? Now I say obsolete, obviously it's exaggeration, but to give them less importance. When you start doing this to someone and holding them here, this becomes very grinding. Okay, now I'm doing this. Can you come up?
Yeah.
Okay, here. Obviously from here, you have the ability. Yes, we have another gratuitous visitor. Thank you. That was Gus. We have the ability, which we're here, to scissor sweep and set up. So again, but the whole idea is to start to get control here. To control. Have control. To the basic triangle. Okay? So the idea is to start to work these things. And we may have a technical disaster in a second due to said cat who is now thinking about rubbing on our recording device. But we will pray that that's not the case and we get out the next couple minutes. However, we shall see. Wow, you guys must be cracking up over the technical difficulties this household faces. Again. So, to recap, the whole guard thing, controlling distance, controlling movement, and if we can, isolating a limb to create opportunities, either on that limb or around that limb. Now, to go back, if you would, slightly this way. And again, I think this is important because we're usually in jiu-jitsu, I can let go, just rest there, is we are looking for these holds, for all kinds of nastiness, the underhook, okay? By doing this, you force it, okay? They're gonna try and resist it, but you force it, okay? And there are all kinds of garbage things you can do from here. But again, isolating a limb, controlling his motion, controlling the distance. If I want him closer, I let him come closer. If I want him further, I'm going to push him. And I can make him more uncomfortable. Okay? So again, look at these in concept. Try and think of them and realize you can base them and use them on the techniques you've already been shown. To keep branching out further, we hopefully can do that in the next couple weeks. I would like to add top control, the wrist lock, key lock series of Kimura, Americana, and armbar. So if you tune in then, we shall work on that. I thank you for hopefully viewing this week and your continued support of all of us who are still training and working through this difficult time. Thank you very much. Good night.